Have you been watching 212 episodes of the Hangout with Michael show, and you have a question and you haven't asked yet? Or is it when the show's over, you thought, I should have asked my question? Well, guess what? You can do that today because today is question and answer day. So you can have a question about your life's purpose. You can have a question about law of connection. Bettina, what's another question we're taking today?
Law of attraction.
And John, what else are we taking questions on?
The emotion code.
That's right. It's called Q&A Day here on the Hangout with Michael show. And I'm Michael Logie. I'm the author of these 3 best-selling books. And we'd like to take your questions and comments today. And how you do that is you let us know live. Ask your question in the comment. Let us know where you're calling from or watching from. And or let us know what you like. What have you learned from us in the past? What's your favorite thing about this Friday morning show? And we are going to skip over to Denmark and say hello to my friend Bettina. Good morning, Bettina.
Good morning, Michael. Good morning, John. And good morning, everybody who's listening.
Thank you. Tell us about you.
Yes, my name is Bettina. Yes, as you said, my name is Bettina, and you are the one who actually owns me because you certified me. And I'm a certified law of attraction facilitator in Denmark. I have a flourishing business doing law of attraction workshops, thanks to you, Michael. So if you're in Denmark, go have a look on my website.
That's right. I saw some pictures that you're taking, your hands in the air, engaging your audience.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're very proud of you for doing that. You've also you're also got a reputation in Denmark.
Yes, I have. Oh, yes. Yes, you did, Michael. I'm known as the Danish Law of Attraction Queen.
There you go. And I called you that. So now,
yes.
Michael Logie called me that. So now you can say, well, I've got the reputation of being the Danish Law of Attraction.
Yeah, Law of Attraction Queen. Yeah.
Well, we have a new queen in the house, Rhonda Elliott. Trying to find her last name here. Rhonda Knight Boyle is my new Law of Attraction Queen. Not that you've been replaced, Bettina, but she's doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
She's taking the certification training right now, and she is raising her hands in the air and getting lots of feedback. So thank you for joining us. Hey, we're heading up to Van Groovy. Hey, good morning, John.
Hey, great to be here again. Yes, my name is John Inverarity, and I'm the certified emotion code practitioner and certified body code practitioner. So here to answer your questions on the emotion code and body code. And yeah, I have a website online, liveandpure.com, and I work with people all over the world. And yeah, just like Bettina, a flourishing practice.
Yes, it's called distance healing for a purpose, because you can heal people at a distance. Now, Bettina, before we start today's show, we had fun last week. Can you remind people last week's show and the show number?
Yes, I most certainly can. Last week's episode was 212. And the topic was how to teach the law of attraction, step 2, which is how to give your desire attention.
That's right. And if you remember last week, we had a downloadable worksheet for people, not really a worksheet, it was a downloadable desire statements that were satisfied by the 4 styles. So you can go to hangoutwithmichael.com on the right-hand tab where it says live show. Watch that last week if you're interested in NLP, you're interested in teaching law of attraction, or maybe you're stuck trying to do the desire statement. Last week's episode, we will show you how to do that. Good stuff. So welcome. And Bettina, a little later on, we're going to tell you about what we're doing for next week. So John, you and I have a Saturday show, and tell us about that. Tell us what last week's show was. And tomorrow, well, we've caused a buzz a few times. The time we did the show on procrastination, it was our highest rated show, our highest shared show, our highest commented show, and I think we might beat that tomorrow because there is a chatter, pardon the pun. Tell us about our show, John.
The chatter is about teeth grinding. So we have a show. It's all about the emotion code, and we are the Emotion Code Bros. And it is tomorrow, Saturday, at 9 a.m. Pacific or 12 noon Eastern. And tomorrow is episode 23. And last week we actually did a show with kids, so we're working on people's kids, and kids are behaving a little bit off, misbehaving, acting out, and we really helped a couple little ones I think one was Misty's daughter, right?
Hashtag Misty's daughter. So Misty,
Yeah.
I was going to say Misty if you're watching. How rhetorical is that? Misty, you're watching. Why don't you give us an update? And the other thing, when we work with people's children, they don't need to be on the show. We just need the permission from the parent. So, John, tomorrow's show, we're doing teeth grinding. Now, this week I had lunch. You know, there's a Victoria Real Estate Expo happening here in Victoria, and I was asked to be one of the speakers. So I had coffee with the Liza, who's putting it on. We had a really good meeting. At the very end, I just mentioned this week we're doing teeth grinding. Well, she said, oh my God, I grind my teeth. So we were at a busy coffee shop. But you know what I always have with me?
The magnets.
The magnet. I pulled the magnet out of my back pocket. I called my phone. I looked on my phone. I got the Dr. Bradley's emotion code chart. I did a session with her, you know, and so I said, you let me know. So she emailed me, said she hasn't grinded her teeth. But we were leaving the shop. Now this is hashtag is not a friendly coffee shop, but it's in my neighborhood, so I go. They never say hello. They don't call your name out. They don't look you in the eye. Except this time, we get up to go, and he says, hey, buddy. Now, I'm the buddy because it was just me and her. And he said, what were you doing a few minutes ago? He goes, it looked like you were typing. I mean, I was muscle testing, so to him, it looked like I was typing something. I said, no, I wasn't typing. And so Liza and I went to the counter, and I said, well, should I tell him? So I told him that, you know, my friend Liza was grinding her teeth, and that I did an emotion code session with distance energy because we were at a distance. She was across the table from me. And he was fascinated by that. So he might be my new best friend. Yeah, my name's Michael, mister. Who doesn't say 2 years. And I'm going to be your new BFF because I'm going to fix your sore back because I know you have one. And your sore legs. And maybe your attitude. Hashtag. In front of attitude. So that's what we're doing. So, John, people that have teeth grinding, what do they need to do to join us tomorrow? And then we're starting today's Q&A. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, right back here on Michael's Facebook fan page. So join us live. And yeah, if you do grind your teeth, you do need to be watching live. And we are taking 2 volunteers. So in the comments, let us know that you're watching live and that we can help you, that you volunteer. And that's it. Just show up.
Show up. Show up. And I've had massive success with teeth grinding. It's all unprocessed past negative emotions. So, you know, I see all these ads. It's so funny when you do the emotion code, you see ads, you know, teeth grinding and buy this and buy that, and get surgery and do that. And I'm thinking, or visit the bros. Or people with back pain, you know, all this recommendations for back pain. And it's like, just talk to the bros. So that's it. So today we're doing questions. Law of attraction, NLP, emotion code, your life's purpose. John, why don't you take a view out in the live chat, see who's saying what. I'll help you with that. And after you talk about somebody, just like their comment, and then I'll know that you covered that. And we'll kind of do a tag team and do it together. But I do see a comment from Misty Anderson. Why don't you take that one first? You can find it. It's near the top.
I see. Good morning. Hashtag Alaska Misty. She says this room always puts a smile on my face.
We love. Yeah, Misty Anderson is in Alaska. She is also an emotion code practitioner. She did an emotion code presentation last week, so congratulations to her. So John, remind us last Bro Show you worked on her daughter, right?
Oh, you did.
Oh, did I? Okay.
You worked on Haley. I worked on Avery.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, here is her, Misty. I'll read Misty's comment. So remember, I worked on her daughter. Her daughter wasn't in the room or present, but I got permission from Misty. She said, she's doing really well. Her energy is much lighter, and she has spoke more about to me how she was feeling. That's a big deal, right? Have your kids talk about how they're feeling, use your words, and 3 hearts and a thank you, and not a hashtag in that whole note. Is your pound key broken, Misty?
Well, no, the next one, she had a couple LOLs and hashtag, I'm going to fix your attitude.
There you go. And Sig Brown is saying that Sig has joined my money group in the evening. So hello to Sig. She's saying, today's my first day at work since we started the emotion code on Monday. That's on the money group. I'm looking for a big sale. Well, you can hold your head up high, Sig, because my hunch is your valves are open. Good. What else, John?
Don Boehm. Good morning, Michael, John, and Bettina. Yay, Q&A.
Yay, yay. It's a Q&A. Good stuff. Natasha, Paula Samuel. She's saying hello to me and you too, watching from glorious Ramford, Essex. Looking forward to the show as always. Thank you. And you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for questions. Looking for some questions. My friend Gregory Miller, hashtag Mexican food in Palm Springs on Wednesday night, is saying hello. I just created that hashtag. He said, good morning, Michael, John, and Bettina. Ready for another great show. Well, that's a nice presupposition, and you can almost depend on it.
Nice. I do see a question from Natasha Paula Samuel.
Natasha Paula Samuel. Go ahead.
I have a question about the digital learning style. How did you develop such a good knowledge about this particular style? I say this because you explain it thoroughly, and it is my learning style.
Oh, Natasha has a favorite learning style. Since I'm her new best friend now because I help. Yeah, and Bettina too. Now, Bettina, let's do a little recap about the digital style. What are some commonly used words that style uses?
Think.
Think.
Yes, because everything is going on inside our heads, and we have. Yeah. What do you think about this? Yeah. What are your thoughts?
What's one of the expressions they like to use? That makes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, you didn't have to think about that because you say it all the time. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Natasha, I'm going to give you a quick little. So there's 4 communication styles. I'm going to hide that one. Most of you are used to hearing visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And there was one group that hated these assessments. You know why? Because it never made sense to them. They weren't part of it. Now, when I did my NLP training, my trainer was also the 4th style. And she resented, because that's my judgment about her, she resented that nobody was teaching enough about the digital style. So she taught us a lot about it. So I'll acknowledge her for teaching me about the digital style. The digital are the thinkers. In the NLP manual, it's actually called auditory digital, but I just take the word auditory off because I don't want to confuse it with the auditory learner. So Bettina, can you read those words in the digital box for me?
Yes, I can. Make sense, think, thought, process, logical, order.
That's right. So these are the commonly used words. So Natasha, probably in the past when you did the assessment, you might have resisted it too because it never made sense, right? You've said, well, I'm a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but no, I still don't like to do these. I don't like to be pigeonholed, which is very typical of the digital style. They don't like to be cornered, and they certainly don't like to be told what to do, right?
No.
So don't tell them what style
they did not.
So that's why I know so much about that. And in my book, Law of Connection, I give equal space to all 4 styles. And even when I'm doing live seminars, I always have always have the digital style come up and say, finally, now it makes sense. I've been thinking about what you said, and my thoughts are like they just go on this dump of all the digital words because that's their style. So I say this because you explain it thoroughly. Explaining and thoroughly are both very digital words. Explaining it and help you understand it, good knowledge, all very related. So Natasha, you can hold your head up high and know that the digital style is also very closely related to all the styles. And boy, they love when I say that. Don't you, Bettina?
Oh, yes.
So the digital people are usually quite close with all of them. But when you do the survey, if you want to do the assessment, go to HangoutWithMichael.com, look at NLP at the top tab, and you can take an online survey to find out what is your most dominant style and which one is your weakest. Now, the purpose of doing the exercise is to find out which one is your weakest. And when you know your weakest one, that's the one you want to improve so you can be a well-rounded communicator. Good stuff. Okay, John, who else is saying hi?
I think we might have a new viewer, or I just haven't noticed Robert before. So Robert Schindal has a question. How can you attract more money? How can you release roadblocks in your life?
Okay, Robert Schindal, he's from the Philippines. I think he joined us last week, but we might be his new best friend. So how do you attract money? Well, first, Law of attraction is always responding to the vibration that you send, whether it's negative or positive. One of the challenges with the word money, it usually sends a negative vibration. The thoughts about money, the thoughts about your debt, the anxiety about the money. So I would skip the money part. And I would say, well, what do you want when you have the money? Oh, if I had the money, I'd love to buy, rent a new place or buy a new car or go on a vacation. So take money out of the equation and give more attention to what you do when you have the money. And then law of attraction will want to fill the void. But every time it's not you, but when most people think about money, they're actually sending a negative vibration. Law of attraction isn't responding to the idea of you having money or the thought of you having money. It's responding to how you feel about money. And in most cases, people have a negative vibration. So the first thing I would do would be celebrate things in your life or acknowledge things that you've attracted, that you could say, that show your abundantness. Michael Loesch is giving you free coaching right now. How abundant are you? Or somebody bought you free coffee or free lunch or free Singapore or Philippine noodles. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Or if somebody brought you lunch or coffee or they drove you somewhere, your friend gave you free advice. Whenever you notice that, say, wow, am I ever abundant? You see, in order to become more abundant, you need to be sending the vibration of abundance. And the best way to send vibration of abundance is to acknowledge your abundantness. So 2 pieces of homework for Robert and everybody else. Notice, become a proof seeker. Start seeking proof of your abundantness. And when you find it, acknowledge it. Write it down, say it in your head, say it out loud. The more you acknowledge your abundantness, the more you're including, cue favorite guy, the more you acknowledge your abundantness, the more you're including the vibration in your vibrational bubble. And law of attraction is always eavesdropping and responding to what gets included. So become a deliberate seeker of your abundantness. And secondly, spend more time including in your vibration what you'd buy with the money and remove money from the equation. Thanks, Robert Schindel. Who else, John?
Carolyn Willman says, OMG, Michael, you are so funny. You have to tell us if you do a session with your coffee shop BFF.
The barista?
Yeah.
Probably not. They're all cranky there. But you know what? They don't resist me because I go in anyway. And when they make your coffee, they just slide it to the counter. They don't announce it. They don't say soy latte. It's like soy latte has a name, Can you tell I'm resistant? Can you tell I get when I vibrate every time I go to that coffee shop? Okay, stop me.
Jennifer Heiser says, hello and happy Friday from snowy St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yes.
Snowy. Ooh, Jennifer.
Snowy. My friend Sig Brown, I think she's in Washington, just south of Victoria. If digitals don't like to be pigeonholed, is that why you were in different emotions with me, but were more concentrated with others? Another way of saying, I'm all over the place. Well, all over the place means that you would have all the styles, and they would probably say that too. And I think I was probably just matching your style, Sig Brown. When you say that I was in different emotions with you, I just match people. And that's what I talk about in my book, is calibrating people. If somebody has a quiet vibration, I'm not going to go in with pom-poms and get all excited, right? I want to match their vibration. If you're excited, I'm excited. If you're calm, I'm calm. Otherwise, we tick people off or we break the rapport. And this book is all about how to stay in rapport with others. Law of connection. That's one of the laws to stay connected, is calibrate. Okay, go ahead, John.
Misty Anderson has a question. Can you use emotion code to clear how often you use the words don't, not, and no?
I think Misty knows the answer to that. You could say, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being severe, what is the severity and the challenge and how often I use the word don't, not, and no? And then you could just clear that. Everything's clearable. And that's a habit, using the word don't, not, and no. But I would say this. What is the severity of not remembering to say, so what do I want, when I think about using the word don't, not, and no? And in the emotion code, we like to pose it as a problem. So what is the severity of the problem of not reframing, so what do I want, when I think about using the words don't, not, and no? That was all one hashtag, Misty. See if you can fill that out. Our friend Pramelia Param, she's here in beautiful Vancouver Island. She's saying, good morning, panel. Excited to be here. She's been practicing the emotion code and having great success. Woohoo. Good stuff. Okay, John.
Dia Lewis is celebrating. She says, hi, everyone. Dia from Atlanta here. I know it's Q&A day, but I've got receipts. I got my quote cards on Monday this week and a surprise deposit of nearly $10,000 to my bank account last Monday. And I didn't find out until Tuesday this week. Lots of celebration there. And I got approved for a 60% rating for my military veterans health benefits.
Wow, good news from her.
Wow, congratulations, Dia.
And,
a couple hashtags.
I mailed her the postcards a long time ago, but, it has to leave Gilligan's Island first. So, mail doesn't happen fast here. So she's talking about these quote cards. There's 10 of them in total. So why don't you tell us which one your favorite is, Dia? And she gave us a hashtag, John. Which one?
Hashtag tax-free income for life. Hashtag money blocks released. Hashtag money ceiling gone forever. Yeah. Well done, Dia.
Love that.
John.
Go ahead.
Go ahead with Sig.
Yeah, Sig watched she said, I watched and took notes last week, but I guess I missed the link to the statements. Can you post it? Sig, if you go to my website, hangoutwithmichael.com, under live show and look for last week's live show, it's in the chat, the link to those 4 there. And my hunch is you will like the one on digital because it is all about you. Okay, good stuff.
John Ramirez has a great comment here. Good morning, guys. I have a project that I really want to see manifest, but it all depends on someone saying yes. So how do we help John Ramirez?
I think I need to have a little bit more about that. He's got a project, and it only depends if somebody says yes. Well, my hunch is he's focusing on them saying no, right? Or he wouldn't be asking the question. So I would spend time with a desire statement. And again, the desire statement is a statement about your desire. You could say something like, I'm in the process of doing whatever I need to do or have to present the right information so I get a yes. I love that when people read my information that they get that gut feeling or the sense that this is something they should do. I love receiving yeses in my mailbox. I love hearing the word yes. It thrills me to know that I'm going to be touching and asking the right perfect people, so I'm going to get a yes from them. And then, so that's the statement. And then I would spend time hearing yeses. And someone says yes to something. Oh, there's another yes. Oh, there's another yes. So become a yes scorekeeper. And the more you hear your yeses, the more you give attention to yeses. And what I'm trying to do is train your brain not to focus on getting the no, but to focus on getting the yes. You see, it all starts with the thought. It all starts with your words. So the more you include the vibration of yeses, the more you'll get yeses. And the only way to remove the doubt about getting a yes is to find the proof that you're getting a yes. So spend more time celebrating your yeses. And in doing so, you'll prove that you're a yes getter. Hashtag, I'm a yes getter. Yeah, I made that up. Good stuff. Okay, I'm out here looking for comments and questions.
Yeah, Dana left a comment. She says, great panel today. Hello, Bettina, Michael, and John. I'm heading off to speak to 150 people tomorrow on the Law of Attraction at Harrison Hot Springs. How awesome is that? This show awesome. Rocks.
Yeah, so that's a great venue, and Dana will do a great job. And Dana's going to get some pictures of her on stage, razzle-dazzle in the audience like we have from Bettina, so thank you for doing that. Now, our new friend Rhonda Knight Boyle is asking, it looks like part 2 of her question, but I think I can do it. She said, can we only influence our own vibes? No, you can influence. So Rhonda, have I influenced your vibes? Now, I didn't vibrate for you, but I influence your vibe. Matter of fact, I'm probably influencing a lot of people. We're all influencing other people's vibes. We influence people's vibes by the conversations we have or by the questions that we're asking, right? Now, I can influence them in a bad way. I can say, oh, you're not going to do a very good job with that. Did I just influence them? I'm presupposing that you're asking about a positive influence, and I can influence people in a positive way, and I can influence people in a negative way, which a lot of people do just by being Debbie Downers or Doug Downers. It's like, you can't do that. That's not going to work for you. You'll never get that. They just influence your vibration. So let me know, Rhonda, that you got this and that how I've influenced your vibration in a positive way. Because my hunch is I have.
Joni Cody says, great hair. Good morning from Bellingham.
Finally. Hello. Thank you. Now, Bettina, we're going to go over to you because you're here to answer the questions and nobody's asking it. So here's my question to you. I know that you're doing law of attraction seminars in Denmark. Can you tell people about when you took the training, what's one of the things that you do in the audience that gets you a good response? What's one thing that proves that the accelerated learning techniques is what you need to be a good trainer? What tip would you give people? What technique would you teach people?
Well, the very first technique that sprang in mind is, of course, the way we start, the way you taught us to start when we give our presentation to an audience, to get full commitment from the first word you say, and you say, who here? And you raise your hand to indicate what people should do.
Yeah. Can you remember what your who here is? Why don't you give us a demo?
Oh, yes.
She's on the spot.
Who here has been using words like coincidences, serendipity, karma, fate? Yeah, I'm used to doing them in Danish.
But now
there are several.
I know people at home have done that. They've used the word synchronicity, fate, karma.
Yes, exactly.
Good stuff.
So that's the first part. Yeah.
Good. So that's what gets in, and we do that in the very beginning because we want people to engage. And once they engage in the first sentence, they're in. They are in.
Yes, exactly.
I did a presentation in Victoria 2 weeks ago. Same question. I did the who here, and they're like, "Whew, he's asking questions right away." And I kept them engaged through the entire presentation, and I got a standing ovation. So yes, I do love that.
Yes, exactly. And you set the tone from the instant that you raise your hand, and then the people listening, they just know what to do. So every time you raise your hand, they raise their hand.
Yeah,
so
I know
it's a very important lesson. Yeah.
I know our new friend Rhonda Knight Boyle, who's doing the certification. She did a presentation, a couple since doing the training, and she's doing that too. She's doing her who here. She's getting people to participate right away. So. Listen, I got a nice comment from Teresa Rose Upschler. She's saying, you should totally create a book just for us digitally oriented folks. Well, I did, and it's right here. One fourth of this book is for digital, 1/4 is for visual, auditory. I will teach you for your style and all the styles, what words they use, what questions to ask them to get to answer, how to coach them, how to talk to them, how to influence them, what turns them off, what turns them on. So this is the book, Teresa. It's called Law of Connection. Check it out. You can buy the digital version on Amazon. I like the digital version because you can keep it on your phone or your tablet and then refer to it often, right? Because it's the kind of book that you need to say, oh, you know what? I've got a client or, I've got a customer that's digital. I'm going to go remind myself what the words are I should be using with them. Okay, John, who else is asking a question? Oh, Cindy Trost is saying good morning.
I'm not seeing any questions. Let's see. Izad Ishak says, hello, Michael John. And we'll put Bettina in there as well. Just got 50% off dinner just now. And Appa Kabar from Malaysia.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, he's my friend from Malaysia. He's also in the money group. So one of the things we did yesterday is that we cleared trapped emotions that are in the way that stop us from winning prizes and getting free things and getting discounts, right? And most people had blocks of 10. We cleared that up 50% off Izad. Okay. Misty Anderson saying, we need the red arrow. You know what, Misty? Honestly, I looked for it, and I don't know where it's at. Hashtag I can't find my red arrow.
Missing. Emily Harrison is watching, says, woohoo, good morning, everyone.
Hey,
Shared
Emily.
to my peeps.
Yes, she's had me on her Facebook Live before. She's a firecracker. She is. Woohoo. Denise Washlow saying yes, yes, yes. Hey, Denise. Good morning.
We said hi to Jeannie Brazel. She's watching. Says good morning.
Our friend Jeannie. Okay, Delilah is saying she's from Charlotte. She's posting some links out there on my behalf, so thank you. And people are giving shout out. Yeah, Rhonda and Jeannie are friends. Rhonda's saying, love me some Jeannie Brazel. Well, you know what? We got 9:34. We're going to hang out for 5 more minutes. So this is your time and opportunity to ask a question and give us some feedback, give us a comment, give us some love, give us a hashtag. What do you like to know? Bettina, tell our friends what we're doing next week, please.
Oh, yes. It's very exciting because next week's episode, 214, it's all about love, attraction, and relationships. What you need to know to have yours.
That's right.
Or maybe I was just presupposing that it was about love. It could actually be about other relationships as well, but
yeah, well, we'll do both. We'll make sure these are relationships, your love relationships and business relationships, and what you need to know. As always, I've got a couple great teaching points. We're going to talk about what you need to know to attract your ideal love and your ideal relationships. It's kind of the same formula with a little twist. So we're live here next Friday, same time. If you want to be notified 30 minutes before the live show so you can be ready and, pull your car over or, whatever you need to do to watch the show live, go to HangoutWithMichael.com and you could subscribe to be notified. John, remind people what we're talking about tomorrow, what time, and what they need to know, please.
Tomorrow is the spinoff. So we are the Emotion Code Bros, and the Bro Show is coming to you live at 9 a.m. Pacific or 12 noon Eastern, right here on Michael's fan page. And the topic is teeth grinding. So grinding during the day, afternoon, and at night. We've got a ton of feedback so far. It's a hot topic, so make sure you join us live. And if you do grind your teeth, please volunteer. And if we choose you, if you're lucky enough, and if your vibe is right, so we might be able to help you out with some emotion code.
And you know what? We like to reward loyalty, And I also have a Facebook emotion code group, and it's for places to share your success stories. It's my clients and John's clients and other people that are getting emotion code sessions and doing the training. And that's when you really learn the power of the emotion code, when you start hearing some of the things that we're helping people with. We had Halloween candy. We worked on Halloween candy a couple of weeks ago. And tomorrow we're doing teeth grinding. We got a couple of fun episodes coming up. John, do you know what we're doing after teeth grinding next Saturday? We're doing, do you know the topic? Starts with the letter P.
Are there topics that aren't fun? They're all fun. After that, we're doing PTSD.
That's right.
Yeah, post-traumatic stress disorder, or just like high stress, something happened in the past. Hopefully someone in the military, veteran, or currently serving, or another kind of PTSD. Car accidents can cause it. Yeah.
And then the week after, I'm away, but the week after that, we're doing our first ever Hollywood Squares. What does that mean, John? We're doing a Hollywood Squares show.
Or the Brady Bunch, yeah. So we're bringing in viewers. So it's a viewer show. We're bringing in people that we've worked with on the Bro Show. Nice. And we're going to get updates from them live. This is a lot of fun.
You've heard the names. You've heard the Mistys and the Kellys. And so we're inviting them to join us on the panel. And they're going to be sharing their success stories. They've been doing it, but we want a face. We want a face to these names of the people that we've been helping. So, and we're going to be doing it once a month. We're going to be posting a link. If you want to join that, there's a couple requirements: good hair, earbuds, and a good internet connection, and a success story. And we want to have you on the panel. So I'm going to ask Delilah to post the link where you could submit your interest in being on. It's down the road a little bit, but we have to collect names and build a database. And if we do it once a month, we need lots of people, because I think we're going to put maybe 9 people, you and I, John, and 6 or 7 other people on the panel. So it's going to be a full Hollywood Squares, maybe a couple extra squares. Maybe we'll do a combination Hollywood Squares and Brady Bunch together.
Wow.
As always, I will be monitoring all the comments and questions throughout the day today. So if you have a question that hasn't been answered, or you want to give us a compliment or a shout out, or maybe something else you need to ask or know, you could do that. So Bettina, we're heading back to you in Denmark today. So tell people how they can get a hold of you. And you do work in English and Danish. So tell us about how they can get a hold of you.
Yes, I do. You're more than welcome if you're interested in knowing more about me and my work to go to my website on focusandflow.dk. Or you can just type my...
Yeah.
Sorry?
See it on the bottom of your screen, focusandflow.dk, and they can get a hold of you. And you've got some things coming up in your country that you're going to be working on.
Oh, yes, all the time. There's always some kind of workshop going on.
Good stuff. Well,
either live or online. So
good. Good. I'm just going to take a quick question from Daya Lewis. She said, how often should we retake the assessments tools, or does our learning style remain the same? Well, my experience, and I've been doing this for 15 years, is that if I gave you 15 new questions, you would probably come out with the same style. Eventually, you might become a more well-rounded communicator because you've learned about different styles. But if you're digital today, you're probably going to be digital in 15 years. Maybe your lowest score might raise up a bit because you've practiced the different styles a little bit more. So thank you for that question. John, tell people how they can connect with you.
Absolutely. My website is aliveandpure.com. Yeah, I'm online doing one-on-one sessions, online calendar, so you can get a hold of me quite easily. And Saturdays on the Bro Show. Come watch us there.
Well, that'll dovetail nicely because Jose Gonzalez Palma is asking this question. He's saying, hey guys, thank you for sharing your energy and knowledge. My question is, when we're recovering from it, this is for you, John, when we're recovering from an injury and we encounter a setback and it keeps getting worse, not progressing, even while using positive thoughts and comments, what else can we do? Can you talk about the relationship between an accident and trapped emotions, please?
Absolutely. So likely there's some trapped emotions that's preventing your healing. That's what we're all about. So we release trapped emotions and it allows the body to heal. Now what happens during an accident or surgery is that area that injured is the weakest part of the body. And these invisible energies, trapped emotions, will actually settle into that weakness. It's the path of least resistance, and it'll prevent healing. So if you have like a knee surgery and it's still in pain 10 years later, I've found success in clearing out trapped emotions, and people are out there joining Cirque du Soleil the next day and the pain's gone. It's absolutely remarkable.
Now, John, on an average, if he booked a 20-minute session with you today, because on your website you do 20-minute sessions, on average, not everybody, what is the probability that you could relieve or eliminate his pain, just on an average experience?
Well, it's different with everyone, but yeah, most people do. I'd say like 95% of people do see benefit right away. And some people, it takes a few more sessions, and obviously others, it doesn't work. But high percentage.
Yeah. So Jose, save your trip to another doctor trip and getting more medicines and drugs, and look up John, aliveandpure.com. Do yourself a favor, book a session with him, and in a short period of time, you will see if this is something that can help you. Remember, when you had the accident, these trapped emotions are lodged, and there's what's causing the pain.
It was knee surgery too. He says knee surgery it is.
Oh yeah.
Not just making stuff up around here, Jose.
And okay, good stuff. Yeah, so check him out today. Jana Shamipati. Jana Shamipati is saying hello, and they are telling me how to properly pronounce their name. So that means I didn't pronounce it properly in the past. So thank you for doing that. I'm Michael Lozier, Lowzeeeh, Loza. I think that's it. Again, we're going to be monitoring your questions and comments today. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks to Bettina and John for chilling with me today. And we will see you back here tomorrow, same channel on The Bro Show, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Check us out. Bring your grinding teeth friends with you. Cheers, everybody.